Hello and welcome to the GovHack 2021 Digital Red Carpet Awards to everyone across Australia, New Zealand, and those watching further abroad. Tonight, we will be celebrating the achievements of participants from across Australia and New Zealand in the national and international challenges put forth at GovHack this year. Before we begin though, I'd like to take a moment to pause and reflect on the fact that we reside on the lands of the world's oldest living civilizations. I'd particularly like to pay my respects to the traditional owners of the land on which I'm standing here in Tasmania, the Muinina people and Palawa peoples, the traditional custodians of the land and the waters on which I'm streaming from to you today. In fact, I live in a suburb called Taroona. My home office is here, and Taroona is the Palawakani word for a small mollusk endemic to the area's beaches. And behind me, if I could show you with my webcam out the window, you'd see the beautiful Truganini Reserve State Forest named for Aboriginal elder Queen and Queen really Truganini. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands from where all of you are watching and all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples participating in GovHack. We pay our respects to elders past, present, and of course emerging, and celebrate the diversity of Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander people and their ongoing cultures and connections to the lands and waters of Australia. To open this event from New Zealand, please welcome Elle Archer, Managing Director, Community Smart Development. Over to you, Elle.
Tihe mauri ora. Tuia irunga, tuia iraro. Tuia iroto, tuia iwaho. Tuia te here tangata e pai nei. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Ka oha tēnā kau ki a koutou ki a rauhi mai I mea wahi. Ki te tautoko I tēnei kaupapa o te rā. Welcome to GovHack Red Carpet Awards 2021. Salutations to all hackers, sponsors, mentors, and general humans who have the gene known as amazingness. As we move from me to we in our new norm, we as a collective must better understand how we can utilize data insights to inform and aid society for the betterment of life. These codes aid in the how of converging ecosystems. You were all brought together to ideate, create, and present. Your ideas and your creations are what will empower our tomorrow and tomorrow's tomorrow. You are the key to the world we want to see. I come from a time when our catchphrase was hack the planet. So to have an above ground open data source comp like this that's populated by a bunch of Jedi, very cool. A heartfelt mihi to Matua Mike Price. Our love, care, manaki to you at this time. You are an OG for this kaupapa and competition, and we pay that respect in kind. Thanks, Mike. And so without further ado, let's get the show on the road. Stay awesome, and I'll see you at the end.
Thank you, Elle, for that generous, warm Maori welcome. My name's David Bartlett, your Master of Ceremonies for this evening's celebrations. Many of you who have been in the Red Carpet Awards over the last 5 or 6 years will have seen my face before, usually in the flesh as opposed to streamed. I think this now is the fourth or fifth time I've had the pleasure of being your MC at the GovHack Digital or the Red Carpet Awards. For those of you who don't know me, I like to say I am about 1 year into my 4th career. My first career after doing a Bachelor of Computer Science at the University of Tasmania was very much in the tech sector, ending up in government as a Director of IT at the Department of Education and then a CIO in the Department of Health and Human Services. I then had 10 years in the Tasmanian Parliament, was Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology Minister for Education and Skills, and for 3 and a bit years, Premier of the great Australian state of Tasmania. I've spent about 10 years following politics in tech startup land as a director, co-founder, chair of a number of tech companies, including a New Zealand, Wellington-based company called Frond, of which I'm chair, and a range of other various from startup to late stage tech companies. But COVID, like many of us, has had a big impact on my life, my keynote speaking practice, a whole range of things that used to require me to get on a lot of planes has changed over the last 2 years. But I'm really thrilled to now be deeply involved in a new tech startup, a sports tech startup, in fact, focused on basketball and data analytics, which I'm loving very much here in my home of Tasmania. So welcome everyone tonight to tonight's GovHack 2021 Digital Red Carpet Awards. I'm excited and glad to have you all joining us this evening across Australia and New Zealand by this digital medium that over the last 2 years, of course, we've all got to know a whole lot better. I've put on a jacket and shirt, but of course, you all know I'm wearing my tracky dacks under the desk. We're here this evening to witness and celebrate all of the achievements and ideas that came out of the GovHack competition weekend this year that took place in August. To get started, I'd like to extend my welcome to Andrew Groth, Executive Vice President, Infosys, Region Head, Australia and New Zealand, to Marek Ruczynski, Deputy Commissioner, Head of Data and Analytics, Australian Taxation Office, Angela Hope, Assistant Secretary, Forecasting Skills and Analysis from the National Skills Commission, and Jill McMurky, Vice President of Solutions Engineering, APAC for Confluent. GovHack, and of course, we can't do any of this without great sponsors and great government partners. GovHack is more than just a simple hackathon. GovHack is a festival of ideas where participants from across Australia and New Zealand come together to develop ideas and proof of concepts that can make our communities better places. GovHack connects the skills and talents of amazing people with our government and our public data to produce some amazing outcomes. GovHack demonstrates that the value of open data to governments and fosters the initial steps of an entrepreneurial ecosystem across our 2 countries. This year, GovHack saw events taking place in a hybrid format with a mix of digital and physical events. Events took place in every state and territory in Australia and on both the North and the South Island of New Zealand. Participants from all over were able to come together to explore the many challenges put forward by our sponsors. We saw physical events occurring in 6 cities across Australia where it was safe to do so. And over 1,000 people came together as participants, volunteers, sponsors, mentors, and guardians to produce 155 projects by the Sunday afternoon. Over the past week, we've highlighted 67 of these projects in our Australian regional award ceremonies. This evening, we are going to highlight even more as we look to the challenges offered by our Australian, New Zealand, and international sponsors. This evening, the ceremony is going to be broken into 3 segments. We'll be starting with the New Zealand challenges announcements, then heading to the Australian challenges announcements, before ending the evening with the international challenge announcements. Throughout these segments and during the short intermissions, we'll be continuing the GovHack Awards trivia. I'm looking forward to working with Livia, the Trivia Livia, tonight as we go through some great engaging questions. Where you can go into the draw, in fact, to win one of 50 gift cards, but more on that shortly. Before getting into the New Zealand segment of our ceremony, we must first thank the many awesome sponsors that helped make our New Zealand events possible. GovHack would like to acknowledge and thank our international and New Zealand sponsors that make these GovHack events possible to be free for everyone to attend and participate, and therefore accessible for everyone. Through their sponsorship, we have a mix of digital and physical events occurring throughout Australia and New Zealand. Every event we deliver is free for anyone to attend, participate in, and into the many challenges on offer. Our lead international sponsor this year is Infosys. Infosys once again joins us being the lead sponsor for Australia and New Zealand. A huge shout out to the Infosys team. And I know there are a number of people behind the scenes who enthusiastically contribute their expertise in so many unseen ways. It's because of their ongoing support and valued commitment that they are part of the GovHack family. Thanks also goes to our international sponsors, Confluent and Slack. Confluent helped keep participants fed over the weekend with those Uber Eats vouchers that were so incredibly popular. And Slack helped keep our participants, sponsors, volunteers and mentors connected over the weekend. In New Zealand, our lead national sponsor, Proaxium. The New Zealand national sponsors are Trimble, Smart Christchurch, University of Canterbury, Wanganui District Emergency Management, Wanganui and Partners, and Light and Vessel. And the New Zealand national supporting partners are Wanganui District Council, Wanganui District Library, and the Kilbirnie Lyall Bay Community Centre. Thank you sincerely to all of our fantastic sponsors for GovHack 2021 and making this year possible. To deliver the keynote presentation, I would like to introduce Andrew Groth, the Executive Vice President, Infosys, Regional Head of Australia and New Zealand. Welcome, Andrew.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome from Infosys. I hope you're all doing well. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of where I'm coming in from today, the Camaragal people of the Eora Nation. And I'd like to thank their elders past and present for looking after these lands and these waterways for many, many generations. And I'd like to acknowledge and respect all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders joining us today, and kia ora to all of those from New Zealand. My name is Andrew Groth. I lead the Infosys business across Australia and New Zealand. Infosys is a global leader in next generation digital services and consulting, and we enable clients around the world to navigate their digital transformation journeys. Here in Australia and New Zealand, our team of over 5,500 people are working with some of the largest organisations across Australia and New Zealand. These include banks, telcos, retailers, government organisations, right across the spectrum. So it's this time of year again at GovHack where we all come together to celebrate your ideas, to celebrate the importance of open data and how digital technology can solve some of the pressing challenges that we all face as a community. You know, the last 18 months, of course, has been tremendously challenging for us all. We've successfully moved to a new hybrid model that's very much here to stay, and we're all working successfully in that environment. And I'm really proud. This is the fourth year that Infosys has been the lead international sponsor for GovHack. So 2021 has been a really exciting year. And we had 3 challenges that were presented to participants this year from Infosys. The first challenge was the international challenge, the hack for a circular economy. This is all about how can we redesign, rethink, repair, repurpose spaces, places, materials, digital infrastructure. How can we use systems and policies within cities to progress social, natural, and economic development? Leveraging digital technology to make our cities and our regions more sustainable right across Australia and New Zealand. Our second challenge was reimagining digital government services in Australia, the Australia Challenge. So this was all about how do we look at those digital government services to be better integrated, more simplified to use, and hyper-personalised to citizens' needs. And our third challenge, the New Zealand Challenge, was all about New Zealand's digital future. The health crisis has accelerated digitisation right across New Zealand. And for New Zealand to be a world-leading digital economy, this challenge was about reimagining the education and employment systems to accelerate digital skills and digital jobs. Every year at GovHack, we see participants outdo themselves, and this year was certainly no exception. And with the ideas and the use of digital technologies, you've all done an amazing job, and I want to congratulate each and every one of you for another fantastic year of GovHack. This year we had over 40 solutions submitted across those 3 Infosys challenges. I think the teams really enjoyed themselves, And I think they thoroughly came up with some fantastic ideas that really came through. Here's a short video of highlights coming from GovHack 2021. Wonderful to see that video. It's so great to see the journey with GovHack and how it's grown over the years. I want to make a really special thank you and a shout out to the GovHack team who've created such an amazing hybrid experience as we've worked in this environment over the last couple of years. I'd also like to acknowledge all the partners and all the sponsors from across private sector and government for supporting this fantastic hackathon year on year and really helping to bring great ideas to life with digital technology and open data and solving some of the great problems we have in society. You know, digital skills are playing a critical role in our lives today, right across our society. And we must address many of the inequities that we face. We can build more sustainable economies, and I encourage you to continue your digital journeys, continue learning, and continue contributing to build a more equitable Australia and New Zealand. Shortly, I'll be announcing the winners for each of the Infosys challenges. But I want to remind you that your ideas, they all have the potential to scale. As we increasingly embrace this digital world, we're experiencing tremendous growth right across the digital sector in Australia, New Zealand, and indeed across the globe. Organisations across sectors have accelerated their digital journeys, and we've seen so much of that over the last couple of years as people have moved to the cloud, working on cybersecurity, working on 5G, artificial intelligence, among many other technologies. And in the past, many GovHack participants and teams have actually gone on to establish startups or to take their ideas to various organisations. There really is a great opportunity for you to explore scaling your ideas. We need more entrepreneurs. We need more digital skills right across Australia and New Zealand. And I think you can really help solve some of those great challenges in society and really help us be leading digital economies. And on that note, I really want to talk to you about opportunities at Infosys. We have a lot of opportunities for you to further expand your digital skills and to work on exciting projects. We have far-reaching impact in the work we do across society, across government, financial services, telco, energy, utilities, sports. We work with many great organisations across Australia and New Zealand. And I'd love to invite you to come and explore opportunities with us. Please visit the Infosys website, have a look at our careers page. Our staff are ready to welcome you, and we'd love to talk to you about joining our organisation. So as we move forward, my best wishes to all the winners and to all the participants. You've all done a fantastic job, and I really hope next year at GovHack, we'll be able to connect together in person at a physical event and celebrate this festival ideas in the spirit of GovHack with Infosys. Until then, thank you all for your participation, your great work. Stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew, not only for Infosys' huge support of the GovHack movement, but also for delivering our keynote speech to this GovHack 2021 International Red Carpet Awards. I'd now like to welcome Livia Lamb, the GovHack competition lead, who'll be tonight's trivia host. Welcome. We're calling her Trivia Livia for tonight, if not ad infinitum. Welcome to you, Livia.
Thank you, David. It's great to be here this evening to celebrate with you and everyone that participated in GovHack 2021. Why don't we start by letting people know how they can go into the draw to win one of 50 gift cards? During the ceremony this evening, we will be asking a series of trivia questions. For every correct answer that you submit, you go into the draw to win one of 50 gift cards. Entries for this evening's questions will close at 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. The winners will be selected and notified tomorrow on social media and via email. You'll also be able to find the answers for this evening's trivia on our socials. You can submit entries to trivia by heading to govhack.org/awards trivia, or you can scan the QR code at the top right of the screen using your phone. Let's start with some answers from Tuesday's Evening Tasmanian Awards. During that event, we asked 4 questions, and we're just going to quickly go through the answers now. Question A, we asked, the Eiffel Tower was originally built for what purpose? And the answer was, it was constructed as an attraction for the 1889 Exposition Universelle, an international event that intended to showcase the progress of the French Republic. For the next question, we asked, how many national parks are there in Tasmania? And the answer is 19.
I think I knew the answer to that one, Livia.
Yeah. I had no idea, actually. So at least one of us worked it out. All right. So for question C, we asked, while no active volcanoes exist on mainland Australia, where within Australia's territory can you find one? And the answer was the Heard and McDonald Islands, both of which are external Australian territories. And finally, question D, what was the first toy advertised on television? So on April 30, 1952, Mr. Potato Head became the first toy advertised on TV. It was the first to be targeted directly at children. Before this, all commercials were only targeted at adults. So hopefully everyone who was watching got some of them right. If not, that's okay. You've got another chance now, because we are going to get straight into the first trivia question for this evening. All right, we are asking, to the nearest 25, how many data sets did data.gov.nz have when it launched in 2009? So I don't know, David, if you have any clues on this one.
I've got to say, that one I'm completely stumped on, Livia. It could be anywhere between 1 and 250, I suspect, on launch, but or more, who knows?
I agree. Is it a trick question? Do you always start with 0 and build from there? I don't know.
All right. So to open up the New Zealand Awards segment, and thanks, Livia, we'll be back to you with more trivia a bit later on. To open up the New Zealand Awards segment, we will first hear from Masna Kenworthy, Operations Support for GovHack Aotearoa, New Zealand. Over to you, Masina.
Talofa lava, I'm Masina Kenworthy, and I'm a member of the GovHack Aotearoa New Zealand Operations team. On behalf of the team, I'd like to welcome you all to the Red Carpet Awards and thank you for attending. My first experience with GovHack was in 2015 when I hosted the Wanganui event. It was this event where I met Mike Price, the director of GovHack Aotearoa New Zealand, who sends his apologies for this evening. Mike has been part of every GovHack since, including in 2018 when New Zealand took a break. He attended the Red Carpet Awards in Australia so he could ensure New Zealand still had a presence. In 2019, Mike and I reconnected, and along with the GovHack Australia, we've worked really hard to ensure GovHack could continue in New Zealand. And with that, we'd like to thank all our sponsors, the international sponsors Infosys, Confluent and Slack, our national sponsors Proaxium, Trimble, Smart Christchurch, the University of Canterbury, Wanganui District Emergency Management, Wanganui Partners, Light and Vessel, and also our sponsorship partners, Wanganui District Council, the Wanganui District Library, and the Kilbirnie Lyell Bay Community Centre in Wellington. We'd also like to thank all of you. Even with the last-minute snap lockdown announcement just days before the competition started, resulting in all of our events having to go back online, you still participated and joined in. And last but not least, a massive shout out to our volunteers. This year we've had so many different battles and circumstances to overcome, but together we have made it. And without everyone, this event would not have been as amazing as it has been. Congratulations to everyone. Good luck and enjoy your night. Kia ora.
Thank you, Messina, for your enthusiasm and support of the GovHack Awards. And now on with the awards and how they will work. For each challenge, we will be announcing honourable mentions, runners-up and winners, should there be entries at those placements. When a runner-up or a winner is announced, we'll give a brief description of the project while a sped-up version of their video is played. Tomorrow morning, teams that are announced this evening will be emailed their certificates and what steps will happen next. These steps will include the prize claim process that will get started later this month. Keep an eye out on your emails if you're placed this evening. For our first set of challenges being announced this evening, we have those sponsored by Proaxium. Proaxium was very pleased in 2021 to continue with GovHack as a sponsor and behind-the-scenes facilitator. In particular, their staff were pleased to be judges for 2 awards. This year, Proaxium sponsored 2 challenges. Their first challenge was helping business understand the value of an online presence. Only 43% of businesses in New Zealand were reported as having an online presence in December 2020. This challenge asked how data could help business make decisions about investing in digital and having an online presence. For this challenge, the judges have chosen one winner. Congratulations, Team Foursquare, with their project Lenny. Congratulations, Project Lenny by Team Foursquare. As life goes back to normal, and normal means not scanning into the COVID tracer apps, for people who have not been using the app, Lenny makes life easier by integrating user bank transactions with real-time stream of COVID exposure locations. Users can then check whether any of the transactions match the time and place of the exposure locations and export the locations to the Ministry of Health. Great work, Lenny and Team Foursquare. The second challenge by Proaxium is using ag tech to tackle climate change. New Zealand's economy relies on our environment. However, climate change will affect what and how much of New Zealand can grow or harvest, both on land and in the sea. Proaxium asked, how could agricultural technology or ag tech and open data work together to help our New Zealand be future ready for the changes to come? Again, we have one winner for this challenge. Well done, Hydro Power. I always love GovHack because the spellings always make it challenging for me to introduce, and their project Hydro. Congratulations, Hydro, by Team Hydro Power. In countries that are sparsely populated, the cost of water is high. Hydro is a system designed to store rainwater in response to the weather, converts it into fresh water, and then monitors and manages that water during the dry season. Thank you to Proaxium for these challenges. The next challenge is by Light and Vessel. In this challenge, Light and Vessel asked participants to show the most creative use of open data. This challenge was about being as creative as you could using any open data available under any of this year's themes, to think outside the box and to create. There is one honourable mention for this challenge, Team Foursquare, with their project Lenny. Congratulations again to Project Lenny by Team Foursquare. There are no runners-up, so we can go straight to the winner. The winner of this challenge is Project Oh Well by Team Cool Cats. Congratulations, Oh Well, and the team Cool Cats. Oh Well is a tool to visually represent water quality in the Christchurch region. A combination of this data was used to build a picture of water quality within different zones within Christchurch, and in turn create a map in a web interface. Thank you, Light and Vessel. We now have a quick trivia question. So welcome back, Livia.
I'm back. So our second trivia question for this evening, question B, is which country uses the top-level domain .no? So David, did you know that you can have top-level domains that aren't even related to a country? For example, flowers.
And .bike, and I use one actually called .basketball. So and I gather Tuvalu, I think, made very good money out of .tv at some point down in the past as well.
Yes, I heard .io has nothing to do with tech. It's apparently a country.
Which country? IO?
I think it was like my notes say British Indian Ocean Territory.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Excellent. So we now move on to the challenges sponsored in partnership between Trimble, Smart Christchurch, and the University of Canterbury Centre for Entrepreneurship. There are two challenges that we'll be announcing this evening. The first challenge from this partnership is being more sustainable, travelling using the most sustainable route. To learn more about this challenge, we'll hear from Michael Healy, the Smart Cities Program Manager at the Christchurch City Council. Welcome, Michael.
For this year's challenge, the Smart Christchurch program wanted to focus on the themes of sustainability and community engagement. Challenge 1 is focused on sustainability. Transportation is a high CO2 emission source. And the first challenge was about how you could assist a citizen to travel across the city using the most sustainable route. Everyone's different and has varying constraints in their lives. For example, a family of 4 cannot scooter necessarily, and a single traveller generally has more flexibility. We need to take this into account when designing the solution. Through this challenge, the Council wanted to encourage active citizenship under the greater theme of conscious choices.
The judges for this challenge selected a runner-up and a winner. The runner-up for this challenge is Net Zero Waka by Team Participation Badge. Congratulations, Participation Badge, with their project Net Zero Waka. Net Zero Waka app allows users to enter their journey details and automatically find the best public transport, driving, and active travel options for the trip. Users can see how much the trip stacks up in terms of time, cost, and carbon emissions. There are also customization options to allow citizens to travel across the city in the most sustainable way, which suits their needs and journey. To announce the winner, we have Stuart Ralston, who is Geospatial Solutions Manager from Trimble and the Christchurch GovHack event host. Over to you, Stu.
Hi, I'm Stu from Trimble. Yes, those are the challenges, and now to the teams who met them. Exciting and diverse solutions were created to tackle these. They had good research of the problem statement, overview of the proposed solution, hacking up a working prototype that shows the heart of the solution in action, and on beat for nailing the challenge criteria: open government data integration, quality design, and ease of use. So start the drum roll. For the sustainability challenge, the winning team is Team ARC for the Cotree app.
Congratulations, Project Cotree by Team ARC. New Zealand ranked 6th on carbon dioxide equivalent per capita in 2018, with 47% of total CO2 emissions produced by transport. Project Cotree is a unified platform that rewards users based on their carbon emission reduction to encourage the use of eco-friendly and sustainable transport. The second challenge from the partnership between Trimble, Smart Christchurch, and the University of Canterbury Centre of Entrepreneurship is engaging with Smart View Go, encouraging interaction between citizens and their city. Again, we'll hear what the challenge is all about from Michael Healy.
Challenge 2 centres on community engagement and mobilisation. The Council has limited resources and wants to spend money and time on larger projects. So how do we reward a citizen taking the initiative on reporting and solving smaller city issues? The goal for our second challenge was to allow the Christchurch City Council to engage with the public by using an outdoor smartphone app For example, think about games like Pokemon Go, Ingress Prime, and others that encourage people to go outside. Again, the Council wants to encourage active citizenship, encouraging the public to identify and report any issues, as well as encouraging citizens to take action on them when practical. Collaboration is key when it comes to designing successful solutions for our community. So make sure you leverage the collective genius around you. Good luck.
Again, for this challenge, the judges identified a runner-up and a winner. The runner-up is Team Lone Will and their project Stolen Vehicles. Congratulations to the project Stolen Vehicles and Team Lone Will. Stolen cars are prevalent in today's society. Stolen Vehicles is an app that individuals can use to take a photo of a car's license plate using character recognition and have the app return back a result if it is stolen or not. For the winner of engaging with Smart View Go, encouraging interaction between citizens in their city, we head back to Stu.
Start the drum roll once again. For the Citizen Engagement Challenge, the winning team is City Warriors for the City Warriors app.
Congratulations to Team City Warriors and their self-titled project, the City Warrior app. City Warriors is a fun and engaging virtual app where users can create and accept quests. Upon completion, citizens will be able to gain a currency to buy items and convert items into real-life rewards, such as supermarket vouchers or rate rebates. This app also encourages environmental care, participation in community events, and updates from councils.
Congratulations, everybody. Your reward packages are in the mail, including the opportunity to take your prototype to the next step.
Thanks, Michael, and thanks, Stu, and congratulations to the winners of these challenges. The next challenge was by Wanganui District Emergency Management, titled Making Reaching Out Easier. Sometimes when you're feeling down or not feeling 100% mentally, reaching out for help can be a bit daunting and overwhelming. Wanganui District Emergency Management asked the following: using open data, how can you make the support systems currently available to people more accessible, more user-friendly, and understandable and easy to access? There are two honourable mentions for the challenge. The first is Cuddle, simple, easy, and friendly support system that reaching out to you first by Team Lockdown. Congratulations to Team Lockdown and their project Cuddle. The second honourable mention is Team SCP Scan Hunt 3.0 and their project Grounded. Congratulations, SCP Scan Hunt 3.0 and Grounded. And the winner of Making Reaching Out Easier challenge is the self-titled project WellHub Community Support Button by Team Yeti Tech. Congratulations, Team Yeti Tech and your project WellHub. WellHub Community Support Button is a simple, user-friendly and accessible tool that is designed as a widespread solution for people going through depression and anxiety, needing an opportunity to reach out or just get through their daily struggles. And it's a timely app, I'm sure, during the challenges we've all fronted and faced over the last 18 months. Thank you, Wanganui District Emergency Management, for your support. Our last challenge for the New Zealand region is from Infosys, titled Digital Future, ? The global health crisis has accelerated digitisation by at least a decade. For New Zealand to be a world-leading digital economy, there's a need to build a digital technology skills. Develop a tech startup ecosystem that will create more employment opportunities in the economy. Infosys has asked participants to reimagine learning and skills programs that will lead to a thriving digital startup ecosystem in New Zealand. To announce the winner of this challenge, we'll again hear from our friend Andrew from Infosys.
Greetings all from Infosys. My name is Andrew Groth and I lead the Infosys business across the Australia and New Zealand region. We're a global leader in next generation digital services and consulting, and we work with clients right around the world to help them in their digital transformation journey. Here in Australia and New Zealand, we have over 5,500 people helping some of the largest businesses and government organisations across our countries work with their digital transformations. I'm really proud this is the 4th year that Infosys is the lead international sponsor for GovHack. And this year we had 3 challenges that were presented to participants. I'm really delighted to announce the winners for the Infosys New Zealand Challenge for GovHack 2021 Digital Future. But just before I announce the winners, I'd like to acknowledge all the teams that entered this challenge. A great job by all, and well done, and thank you for your participation. The winners for the GovHack 2021 Infosys New Zealand Challenge, Project Stronger Together. Congratulations to the team Control Alt Delete. Fantastic work. Well done on your selection as the winners for the New Zealand Challenge. And again, my thanks to all the participants. Great job by all, and we look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew, and congratulations to Project HOA, Stronger Together by Team Control Alt Delete. The health and well-being of autistic people during the pandemic is of a great concern. The HOA Stronger Together app assists those on the spectrum to continue learning, stay productive, and connect with each other during the global crisis. Fantastic. That was the last challenge from New Zealand, but before we head to intermission, we welcome back Trivia Olivia for the 3rd trivia question of the evening. We'll also have a short video to share during the intermission of an exciting challenge of high school and university students interested in space technology. Over to you, Olivia.
Thanks, David. And really impressive projects, by the way. I was watching the whole way through and I'm just super impressed. All right, so question C. Tonight, we're asking, there are how many phases of the moon? And in case you missed it, head to govhack.org/awards trivia to submit your answers. For every correct answer that you submit, you go into the draw to win one of 50 gift cards. And while you all think about that, we're now going to head to a short intermission. We will be back at the top of the hour. So that's 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So in about 15 minutes or so. But we're also going to have a handy clock on the screen for you shortly. That's going to count down. Thank you, everyone.
University of Canterbury Centre for Entrepreneurship supports innovation, and we're delighted to have partnered with Trimble and the Smart Christchurch team at the Aotearoa Christchurch GovHack event. I'd like to introduce you to Mekdom from UC Aerospace for your next opportunity.
We want you to register for the Space for Planet Earth competition, where the challenge for this year is to use satellite data to find new and innovative ways to address climate change. The challenge winners will receive up to $30,000 in cash prizes. So visit spaceforearth.org and submit your proposal by the 31st of October. Good luck!
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you've had time to get up and have a stretch and maybe go get some snacks and a cuppa for our next segment of the Australian New Zealand International Red Carpet GovHack Awards. We're heading into the next segment. Here we go. And we will be going through the challenges put forward by our Australian national sponsors that were open to all Australian teams. During this segment, we will have 6 challenges that will be announced. As I mentioned earlier, our sponsors are the reason that we're able to ensure that everything we deliver with GovHack is free for all our competitors year in and year out. We would like to extend our thanks and genuine heartfelt gratitude to the international and Australian national sponsors and partners for their support in making the events happen. As a lead international sponsor, we would like to again thank Infosys. As international sponsors, we have Confluent and Slack. Many thanks also go, though, to our Australian sponsors and partners for this year, including the Australian Bureau of Statistics, the Australian Taxation Office, the Department of Education, Skills and Employment, and Telstra and Microsoft. And our Australian community partners, including ARNet, Hackathons International, and Luma Institute. Thank you to all our sponsors for GovHack 2021 for making this year, no doubt, a challenging year for everybody, for making this year possible. So, Livia, over to you.
Thank you. For question D of trivia, we are asking, where did the first GovHack take place?
That is a tough one. Any clues you can give us, Livia?
So the first GovHack was in 2009, if that helps. And then the rumors I heard was back in the day before safety was a thing, you could have cables anywhere and there were people sleeping under the tables in cupboards, apparently. It was wild.
Yes, no doubt. And of course, since 2009, the phenomenon's grown massively and across all capital cities, in fact, lots of regional cities around Australia and New Zealand as well.
That is awesome. And so to anyone new joining us, make sure you're heading to govhack.org/awards trivia, and that is where you're submitting your answers. I'll throw it back to you, David.
Great, and lots of good prizes to win there too. In Australia, we saw events occurring across the country with participants coming from every state and territory. Although physical events were planned in every state and territory again, in response to the COVID-19 Delta variant, many of our physical events sadly had to transition into digital-only events. However, we were very happy to have the events taking place in Mackay in Queensland, Adelaide in South Australia, Hobart and Launceston in Tasmania, and indeed in Albany and Fremantle in Western Australia. Participants from our physical and digital events come together to form hybrid teams that stretched across borders. In these teams, participants were able to complement one another's skills and talents to produce some absolutely amazing outcomes in challenging but also stimulating circumstances given the environment, and in response to the challenges put forward by our sponsors. Participants and mentors came together through a mix of technology such as Slack to be able to talk to one another and provide support to one another. Following the opening event on the Friday evening, over 20,000 messages were sent on Slack alone, with countless emojis, GIFs, images, and of course, video calls as well. With all that effort that was put in, it's now time to see how the Australians did with the Australian challenges. I'll quickly go over the process again for how this will run. For each challenge, we'll be announcing honourable mentions, runners-up and winners, should there be entries at those placements. When a runner-up or a winner is announced, we'll give a brief description of the project while a sped-up version of their video is played. Tomorrow morning, teams that are announced this evening will be emailed their certificates and whatever steps will happen next. These steps will include the prize claim process, most importantly, and we'll get started later this month. Keep an eye out on your emails if you place or awarded this evening. The first of the Australian challenges is from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, titled Create a Solution to a Customer Need Using ABS Data API. To tell us about this challenge and to announce the placements, we have Michelle Philo, Data and Metadata Management Specialist from the Business System Support and Transition API team at the Australian Bureau of Statistics. Welcome, Michelle.
Hi, I am Michelle Philo, and I'm here on behalf of the Australian Bureau of Statistics. I work in the Data API team, where we endeavor to unleash the power of ABS statistics through API access. Check out our presentation during the GovHack Digital Conference for more information on how to use the ABS data APIs. We challenged GovHack participants to create a solution to a customer need using the ABS data API. We gave them a chance to use the API to answer an important question through visualization, mapping, or blending with other data sources. It was great to see the varied and innovative use of ABS data by participants, but the real standouts were those that used the API service to access data. Also great to see the variety of customer needs addressed by participants, with everything from what is the best job for me to how can I get better control of my finances and where is the best place for me to work and live. For this challenge, the judges identified 3 honorable mentions. The honorable mentions are Janus, One-Stop Career Service by Scotty, Discovery by Dizzy, But Where Are We Really From by Team Coco. These projects made great use of data obtained via the ABS data API.
Congratulations, Team Scotty, on their project Janus, One-Stop Career Service, and Team Dizzy and their project Discovery, and But Where Are We Really From by Team Coco. Now back over to Michelle to hear who the runners-up are.
There are 2 runner-ups for this challenge. The first of these runner-ups is Help Your Future by Sleep Optional. This project displays a wealth of information effectively and communicated through well-designed and intuitive user interface.
Congratulations, Team Sleep Optional, and I'm sure it was, and their project Help Your Future. Help Your Future is an easy-to-use platform that aggregates a collection of financial-oriented services aimed at assisting young adults and graduates project their financial future. Michelle?
The second runner-up for this challenge is Find My Home by Mana Jaja. Exciting and unique concept addressing the consumer need to find suitable neighborhoods to settle down in.
Congratulations to the project Find My Home by Team Mana Jaja. According to the ABS statistics on internal migration, interstate and metro to regional migration is on the rise. Find My Home is an app that allows users to determine areas they would like to move to based on their individual preferences and properties available. And lastly, for the winners of Create a Solution to a Customer Need using the ABS Data API, Michelle.
Lastly, the Australian Bureau of Statistics would like to congratulate the winner of Create a Solution to a Customer Need using the ABS Data API. Job Atlas by Dr. Robotnik. This project fulfills a clear customer need, especially with many people considering new careers during their time spent in lockdown. It has intuitive user interface for its proof of concept and excellent development documentation, which shows clear research and thought into how information should be presented for easy understanding. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the project Job Atlas by Team Dr. Robotnik. Australians have been affected by unemployment and underemployment numbers as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Job Atlas is an automated map that helps the user navigate the labour market by mapping skills gaps required to current job vacancies. Michelle?
Participating in GovHack was a fun and enriching experience. It was great to interact with you all and show you the potential of the ABS Data API. We also learned a lot about the aspects of the API that you find really valuable and what we need to continue to evolve. Thanks to everyone who submitted their entries for our challenge. Please check out the Data Explorer at explore.data.abs.gov.au, and we hope to see you all again next year.
Thank you, Michelle, and thank you to everyone at the Australian Bureau of Statistics for your support. Our next Australian sponsor is the Department of Education, Skills and Employment, and their challenge, exploring the National Skills Commission's Australian Skills Classification. To tell us about this challenge and to announce the placements, we have Angela Hope, Assistant Secretary for Forecasting, Skills and Analysis from the National Skills Commission. Angela.
Hello, I'm Angela Hope from the National Skills Commission. We provide advice and leadership on Australia's current, emerging and future workforce skills needs. One part of our work has been the development of the Australian Skills Classification, or taxonomy of skills, underpinning 600 jobs in the labour market. The taxonomy includes 3 layers of skills: core competencies, required for all jobs, specialist tasks, required for each job, and the technology tools we engage with each day. Competitors use the data to explore how the public could use the classification to identify their own skills and explore the transferability of these skills to other occupations. Project Upskill by Team Switchcase Project 2, and Career Game Plan by Team Database. Congratulations to you all, and thanks so much for your efforts.
Congratulations to Team Aristotle Metadata and their Project SITH, Project Upskill by Team Switchcase Project 2, and Team Database to Project Career Game Plan. Now back over to Angela to hear who the runners-up are.
There are 2 runners-up for this challenge. They are Matchy Matchy by Team The Team Name and Job Atlas by Team Dr. Robotnik. We believe these projects demonstrated originality and offered unique perspectives on how the insights from the classification could be presented to users.
Congratulations to the Team Name and their Project Matchy Matchy and Project Job Atlas by Team Dr. Robotnik. Matchy Matchy is a platform to help users find where their skills can be used to help solve the world's most pressing problems. The platform simply requires you to input your competencies and previous jobs and matches you with potential projects where your skills could make a difference. Using Matchy Matchy, you can devote more of your time to working on projects that need your skills to make the world a better place. Job Atlas not only assists users transition to new jobs, but it can also be used by students for career planning, commercial businesses, looking to hire or create new roles, or present government agencies a higher level view of job roles and skills to allow for planning and trend spotting. For the winners, we're going to head back to Angela.
Lastly, the National Skills Commission would like to congratulate the winner of this challenge. El Camino, Explore Occupations Without Preconceived Notions by Team Jesse We Must Code. The El Camino entry cleverly used the skills classification data to allow users to identify their strengths from 10 core competencies and then provided job matching suggestions. By gamifying the data, they made the experience fun and interactive while also opening the mind to possibilities. It was an impressive feat, considering the team only had a weekend to develop it.
Congratulations to no doubt some Breaking Bad fans here. Jesse, We Have to Code, and your project El Camino. People often have a preconceived notion of the jobs they're supposed to have. El Camino, Explore Occupations Without Preconceived Notions, seeks to change that. Using simple heuristics, El Camino presents you jobs that might suit you based on core competency numbers. It feels like a character creation skill from a role-playing video game. Angela.
Finally, a very generous thank you to everyone for being so creative on this challenge and developing such amazing ideas.
Thank you, Angela, the National Skills Commission and the Department of Education, Skills and Employment. We really appreciate your support of GovHack 2021. The next sponsor is Telstra times Microsoft with the challenge IoT Insights for Better Regional Agribusiness at Scale. To tell us about this challenge and to announce the placements, we have Justice Zishani, Cloud Solution Architect at Microsoft. Welcome, Justice.
Hi, my name is Justice Zishani. I'm a Cloud Solution Architect at Microsoft. For GovHack 2021, Telstra and Microsoft partnered together to sponsor a challenge. The challenge was IoT Insights for Better Regional Agribusiness at Scale. It required the solution to demonstrate sustainable agricultural practices using open data and IoT. The judges identified 3 honorable mentions: Cow in Love by Smart Farming, Hydrosite by Just Stripping Nudge, Internet of AG by Big Brain Club. All 3 solutions used sensors, AI, open data to increase production, water availability, crop yield, respectively.
Congratulations to Team Smart Farming and their project Cow in Love, Project Hydrosite by Team Just Tripping Nudge, and Project Internet of Ag by Team Big Brain Club. And now back to Justice for the runners up.
The judges identified 2 run-ups for this challenge. The first runner-up was Get More for Less by Zikara, a relevant solution with practical applications. This used open data, IoT devices to optimize and increase agricultural yield to support the ever-growing population.
Congratulations to Team Zerkata and their project Get More from Less. How can agricultural food production be increased to meet the need of a growing population from a reduced land area while minimising water, energy and pesticide use? Get More from Less is a system designed to assist farmers during the planning process and power automation during farming operations to enable agriculture to get more from less. Justice.
The second runner-up was Super Kettle by the Lone Alpaca. The solution applied AI techniques, computer vision to analyze IoT telemetry and leverage open data to train the model. A creative, practical solution to optimize cattle farming and land use.
Congratulations to Team The Lone Alpaca and their project Super Cattle. Australian cattle stations are massive, and as cattle is moved, feedable grass becomes scarce in rural Australia. Super Cattle is a solution to harness the mobile network to measure grass growth and inform farmers on the best location for their herd. The winners for this challenge are...
The winning project was Digital Regenerative Farming by 1616. Congratulations. The solution covered important aspects of the challenge and beyond with creativity. The solution helps farmers store more carbon in the land, prevent wasteful soil erosion, and reduces pesticide requirements. The solution used AI, robotics, IoT, and open data to come up with the insights. It also incentivized regenerative farming techniques by rewarding farmers with carbon credits for the improved practices. Once again, congratulations.
Congratulations to Team 166 and their project Digital Regenerative Farming. Regenerative farming techniques help farms store more carbon in the land, prevents wasteful soil erosion, improves the groundwater, and reduces pesticide requirements. Digital regenerative farming incentivizes regenerative farming by addressing practical pain points involving farmers being rewarded with carbon credits for their improved practices.
Well done to all the teams that attempted this challenge. We look forward to connecting with you as you evolve your solutions into functional, market-ready products. Do reach out. Until next time, stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Justice, and Microsoft and Telstra for your support. Livia.
Thank you. So back onto trivia. Remember that for every correct answer, you go into the draw for 1 or 50 gift cards. So we're up to question E. And this time we're asking you to name the Australian mainland capital cities that have not yet hosted a physical red carpet award. And we're going to award 1 entry into the draw for each correct city. And so where you're at now is a red carpet award. And then we're asking you for which cities haven't hosted one yet. David, you've been MC of quite a few of these ceremonies. Any hints?
Yeah, I was listening to my wife this morning, telling her I was doing the GovHack Awards again. I was trying to recall the 3 or 4 that I've done prior to this one. So I have got a few hints, but I won't give too much away. They've been in some great locations, though.
Ooh, okay. And then for anyone just joining us, remember to submit your answers to govhack.org/awards trivia.
The Australian Taxation Office is the Australian Government's principal revenue collection agency and administers Australia's tax system and significant aspects of Australia's superannuation system. We administer legislation governing tax, superannuation and the Australian Business Registry services and support the delivery of government benefits to the community. We use data, information and insights to inform decision making across everything we do and deliver value for clients and stakeholders.
If you unpack it, it means allowing ATO to collect the right data, make it available and accessible, and then obviously to make it actionable. It really revolves around making ATO more of a data-driven organization. So we make the right decisions, intelligence decisions, to make lives easier for our staff, but also make experiences more compelling and slicker for the broader community.
Our people are empowered to leverage data, analytics, artificial intelligence, and automation to deliver better client and staff experiences and business outcomes.
We've got a great variety of work, particularly for data engineers and data scientists. So we've got a really strong cohort of people to work with.
We have very large data sets. We definitely have the infrastructure and the tools to allow us to do our job in contemporary ways.
We definitely care about the work we do, 100%. More than that, we care about how it affects the general public and what we can do for them. I love the work I do. I love the people I work with.
What I love about bringing fresh talent into the ATO is you get a really great range of perspective. Our vision is to be a leading data and analytics practice, leading amongst Australian government agencies as well as private enterprise.
The ATO is a proud sponsor of GovHack 2021.
As the video would suggest, we now move into the challenges from the Australian Taxation Office, and thank you to the ATO for their support. The first of these challenges is our financial future. We'll be hearing from Marek Raczynski, Deputy Commissioner, Head of Data and Analytics at the ATO, to tell us about this challenge and to announce the placements.
Hi, I'm Marek Raczynski, Deputy Commissioner, responsible for leading the ATO's data analytics capability. This year, ATO issued a challenge for teams to consider how we can use publicly available data to safeguard citizens' financial future. Finding ways to help Australians make the most of the situation and getting ahead for the future. Based on the entries, the teams really knew their stuff. It's really good to see. The judges loved many remarkable and original app ideas, and many of which they wish they had thought of first. Before I announce the winners, we need to mention 3 honorable mentions. First one is the SITH, Skills Identification and Transferability Handbook by Team Aristotle Metadata, and obviously fans of Star Wars. The second is Avocados versus Homes by Avo Smashers. And last but not least is Data to the People by Team Tom and Susie.
Congratulations to Team Aristotle Metadata and their project SIF, Project Avocado versus Homes by Team Avo Smashers, and Team Tom and Sue's and their project Data to the People. And now to find out who the runners up are, over to you again, Marek.
We also had 2 runner-up teams. The first is Help Your Future by Sleep Optional, proposing an easy-to-use platform that aggregates a collection of financial-oriented services aimed at assisting young adults and graduates project their financial futures.
Congratulations, Sleep Optional and their project Help Your Future. The world doesn't stop and neither should your future. Help Your Future revolutionises the way you plan and manage your physical responsibility, unlocking your potential by providing you all the necessary tools in a single, easy-to-use service.
The second runner-up is Vinvenga, Secure Your Future by Team Vinvenga, to change the way Australian youth plan their help debt repayments and efficiently planning their investment strategies.
Congratulations to Team Finvenga and their self-titled project, Finvenga Secure Your Future. Finvenga is an omni-channel digital solution that leverages the historically available data sets and provides a detailed, personalised solution that enables today's youth to not only invest smartly, but also see a timeline view of projected financial figures along with the risk analyzers. Marek, can you tell us who the winners are, please?
And the winning entry is Individualized Super Assessment. Congratulations to Team 1612, who proposed a personalized super health check to nudge individuals to maintain a healthy level of super.
Congratulations to Project Individualised Super Assessment by Team 1612. As people grow closer to retirement, the question of how much do I need to retire is asked. Individualised super assessment would help ensure citizens have a healthy super fund for retirement by using personalised information to create a clear report about their financial future. The second challenge by the Australian Tax Office is youth education and employment. Again, we'll hear from Marek to hear about the challenges and the placements.
The ATO also challenged teams to consider how we can use publicly available data to identify youth education and employment opportunities. Teams brilliantly use advanced analytics to bring together public and private sector datasets, helping users identify targeted education and employment opportunities. We have 3 honorable mentions that I'd like to highlight here. The first one is Outliers. Stay Ahead of Your Career by Team 1468, Viet Oz IT from Brisbane. Congratulations. The second honorable mention is Pathfinder by Think Tank. And last but not least of the honorable mentions is Hello Future by Never Give Up. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Team 1468 and their project Outliers, Stay Ahead of Your Career, Project Pathfinder by Team Think Tank, and Team Never Give Up and their project Hello Future. Now to find out who the runners-up are, over to you again, Marek.
Next, we have 2 runner-up teams. The first is Discovery by Dizzy, who proposed using personal interest and personality data to suggest jobs that youth would be interested in.
Congratulations, Team Dizzy and their project Discovery. Finding a job is hard. Finding a job you enjoy is even harder. While most traditional approaches match skill sets to potential careers, this overlooks potential employment or enjoyment, satisfaction, and interest factors of that individual. Discovery finds jobs related to the individual using imputed personal interests and personality type. Discovery suggests jobs users might be interested in.
The second runner-up is Janus, One Stop Career Service by Scotty, who sought to reimagine how you interact with digital employment services.
Congratulations, Team Scotty and the Project Janus One-Stop Career Service. To address the demand for employment, Janus One-Stop Career Service was created. Janus is an end-to-end, user-friendly, robust and dynamic platform to reimagine digital employment services in Australia. And on to the winner.
And the winning entry is El Camino. Explore occupations without preconceived notions. Well done, guys. Congratulations to Jesse We Have to Code, who showcased a gamified product to identify users' core competencies and guide them to employment opportunities and training.
Congratulations to Team Jesse We Have to Code and your project El Camino. The job landscape is so vast that people either get lost in their career choice or stick with what they know and never consider other possibilities. El Camino, explore occupations without preconceived notions, assist both experienced and young job seekers in finding jobs and providing them with resources for upskilling.
I would like to sincerely thank all the teams that participated in the ATO challenges this year. The entries were original, relevant, and engaging. Thank you to all the participants.
Thank you, Marek, and thank you to the Australian Tax Office for the continued support of GovHack over many years and during this year, 2021. Our final Australian sponsored challenge is from Infosys, titled Reimagining Digital Government Services. Infosys asked, how can we reimagine digital government services in Australia to enable a seamless experience for people of all abilities? To announce the winners of this challenge, we'll again hear from Andrew Groth, Executive Vice President, Infosys, and Regional Head in Australia and New Zealand.
Greetings all from Infosys. My name is Andrew Groth, and I lead the Infosys business across the Australia and New Zealand region. We're a global leader in next generation digital services and consulting, and we work with clients right around the world to help them in their digital transformation journey. Here in Australia and New Zealand, we have over 5,500 people helping some of the largest businesses and government organisations across our countries work with their digital transformations. I'm really proud. This is the 4th year that Infosys is the lead international sponsor for GovHack. And this year we had 3 challenges that were presented to participants. I'm delighted to announce the winners of our Australia Challenge, Reimagining Digital Government Services. Just before I announce the winners, I'd like to acknowledge all the teams that entered this challenge. We had 26 teams that entered this challenge and some really strong competition. And I have to say, a wonderful job actually by all 26 teams. It really was fantastic. Firstly, some honourable mentions. Honourable mention, Project Level Up. Also an honourable mention for Project Information Across Borders. And an honourable mention for Project Where to Barbecue.
Congratulations, Team YF and their Project Level Up, Project Information Across Borders by Team AB, and Project Where to Barbecue by Ken Berens. Now we head back to Andrew to hear about the runners-up.
The runners-up for the Infosys Australia Challenge, Project SMRT.
Congratulations to Project SMRT by Team SMRT. Project SMRT is designed to facilitate a better exchange of ideas, interests and needs of Australians with all levels of governments to inform better policy and service design. Smart Pi is a platform of two-way exchange, bringing government to the people and informing government about what matters most to the community. An absolutely worthy aspiration.
And also runners-up for the Infosys Australia Challenge, Project MyBus.
Congratulations, the trolley problem on your project MyBus. Everyday Tasmanian customers of public transport struggle to utilise the services available due to unreliable schedules. I shouldn't make any comment here, but I can't help but grimace at the truth. And convoluted high ticket prices. My Bus is an app that seeks to solve these issues by allowing users to plan their journey, pay their fare in advance, and provide real-time updates on their bus. Oh, it'd be so nice. Helping individuals to get where they're going quickly and efficiently. And now, for the last win of the Australian Challenges, we have...
And the winners for the Infosys Australia Challenge GovHack 2021 are Project DigiKey. Big congratulations to the winning team, Team Big Sunday. What a fantastic effort. Congratulations on a wonderful project.
Congratulations to Big Sunday with their project DigiKey. DigiKey is a web app and API that provides a safe and secure way for Australians to share their data, as well as receive timely information that is relevant to their health, lifestyle, and travel within Australia. DigiKey believes that for all Australians to feel safe and connected, government data regarding their health and well-being should be standardised and accessible while placing full control of their personal information in the hands of the everyday Australian.
As I said, all 26 organisations were absolutely wonderful, all 26 teams. Congratulations, Team Big Sunday. Great work. And to everyone, thank you for your participation and your great ideas, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you once again, Andrew and Infosys. We still have the International Challenge from Infosys to come, so we'll be hearing from Andrew and Infosys again later this evening. That was the last challenge from Australia, but before we head to the intermission, we welcome back Trivia Olivia for the 6th trivia question of the evening.
Hello, good to see you again, David. I've got question F for everyone watching. How many different time zones are there currently on Earth? And to be specific, we're looking for time offsets, not time zones. So in case you missed it, answers are submitted to govhack.org/awards trivia. And while you think about that, we're going to head to a short intermission, and we will be back at 7:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, or in about 17 minutes. We're also going to have the handy countdown clock on the screen shortly, and we look forward to seeing you back very soon.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you've had time to get up and stretch and grab some snacks and an appropriate evening beverage. We are heading into the final segment of this evening's International Red Carpet Awards. Here, we'll be going through the international challenges put forward by our international sponsors that were open to all teams. During this segment, we will have 5 challenges that will be announced. As I mentioned earlier, our sponsors are the reason that we are able to ensure GovHack is free for all our competitors year in and year out. We would like to extend our sincere thanks and gratitude to the international sponsors and partners. And I'm just getting something in my ears there, excuse me. As I mentioned earlier, we do want to say thank you, and we would like to extend our sincere thanks to the international sponsors and partners for their support in making the events happen. As the lead international sponsor, we would like to thank Infosys once again. As international sponsors, we again thank Confluent and Slack. Thank you to all our sponsors for GovHack 2021 for making this year possible. It's now time to see how our teams did in the international challenges. I'll quickly go over the process for how this will run for the final time. For each challenge, we'll be announcing honourable mentions, runners-up, and winners should there be entries at those placements. When a runner-up or winner is announced, we will give a brief description of the project while a sped-up version of their video is played. Tomorrow morning, teams that are announced this evening will be emailed their certificates and what steps will happen next. These steps, of course, will include the all-important prize claim process, and we'll get started with that later this month. Keep an eye out for your emails if you are placed this evening. First, our 3 challenges in this segment. We have challenges presented from GovHack Australia Limited. For these, Livia will join me to announce these challenges. Before we get to them though, what have you thought about all the different projects that we've seen so far, Livia?
Thanks, David. Smart people and a deadline. I think that's how we should solve all of our problems, really. Alrighty, so the first challenge I'll be announcing today is called the health and well-being of autistic people during a pandemic. GovHack wanted to know how data can be used to improve the quality of life for autistic people during their pandemic. We're going to start with an honourable mention for this challenge. Congratulations goes to Team Texty with their self-titled project Texty.
Congratulations, Project Texty by Team Texty. Well done.
And now the winner of the health and well-being of autistic people during a pandemic challenge goes to Project DigiVan by the team Charlotte's Web.
Congratulations to Project DigiVan by Charlotte's Web. The COVID-19 pandemic has, of course, been difficult for everyone, but in particular for vulnerable Australians. Although a digital solution can assist, what they really need is a helping hand. DigiVan has been created to consist of a friendly face providing access to technological services, for example, assistance with MyGov, printing online forms, etc., to bring confidence and security to those in need. Our next GovHack Australia challenge is the Best Youth Project. So, Livia, what does it take to win this challenge?
This challenge is one that teams were able to enter if at least 75% of the team members were under the age of 18 during the competition weekend. For this, we identified 20 teams that were eligible for this challenge. First, I'd like to commend all of the youth teams that participated. It's great to see so many young people coming along and participating in GovHack. I'm pleased to announce the 2 honourable mentions for this challenge. The first goes to Team GSG GovHackers 2.0 by Team Project Clover.
Great work, Team Project Clover, with their project GSC GovHackers 2.0.
Well done. The second honourable mention goes to Project Smart Water Meter by Team Stract.
Great work again, Team Stract, and their project Smart Water Meter.
Good job. And finally, the winner for the Best Youth Project, we congratulate Tom of teams The Lone Alpaca and The Lone Llama. Tom worked as the sole member of this team both these teams to produce 2 projects over the competition weekend, Super Cattle and Water Calc. Congratulations, Tom. It was a huge effort that you did as a youth competitor. not just, developing one project, but two.
That is massive. Congratulations, Tom, from the two teams, Lone Alpaca, Lone Llama. There's a theme developing there, and his project Super Cattle and Water Calc. In an effort to assist cattle movements and feeding, the project Super Cattle was created, setting up an array of devices connected via the 4G network. Super Cattle uses computer vision to evaluate the quality of the grass and share it back to farmers so they can work out where to move the cows. Water Calc uses satellite data to track the size, shape, and locations of water resources over time. This information can assist a variety of organisations, from allocating water resources to tracking stream sizes down a river system, as well as policing and creating policies. The last challenge from GovHack Australia was the People's Choice Award.
So the People's Choice Award is a special award that is judged by you, the participants of GovHack. Voting took place over 2 rounds. The first round was open to anyone that had submitted a project this year. The top 10 projects then progressed to the second round, where voting was open to anyone. We've had over 400 votes and we're ready to announce the results. We will first announce the honourable mention for this award, and that goes to project Wellbeing Activated by Team WA.
Nice work, Team WA, for their project Wellbeing Activated.
The runner-up for the People's Choice Award is Team Energetic with their self-titled project Energetic.
Congratulations, Project Energetic by Team Energetic. By tracking the greenhouse gas emissions, the Energetic app hopes to use human behavioural strategies to motivate users to think about how their actions can help their finances, but also help the environment.
And the moment that you've all been waiting for, the winner of the People's Choice Award goes to Team Just Tripping Nudge and their project Hydrosite.
Great project, Hydrosite by Just Tripping Nudge. Water and food are necessities in life. How do you effectively combine data about water to the people who grow food? Hydrosite is a data visualization tool designed for agribusiness that brings together multiple data sets across state borders in an effort to assist farmers and their water needs. Thank you, Livia, and thank you to GovHack for these great challenges. Before you get to take a break, can we have another trivia question, please, Livia?
You most certainly can. All right, so question G, how many bones do sharks have in their bodies? To submit your answers, remember you're heading to govhack.org/awards trivia. And David, any clues?
Well, there are 206 bones in the human body. Are sharks the same, more or less? It's a good question, Livia. And don't forget to submit your answers for some great prizes out there. Thanks, Livia. Our next international challenge is from Confluent and is titled Living in a Post-Pandemic World. We have Jill McMurky, Vice President of Solutions Engineering from Confluent, to introduce the challenge and announce the award recipients.
Hi, everyone. I'm delighted to be here this evening and to be presenting these awards on behalf of Confluent. My name's Jill McMurtry and I'm the Vice President of Solutions Engineering in Asia Pacific for Confluent. Our GovHack challenge was titled Living in a Post-Pandemic World, and we wanted challengers to find innovative ways to use real-time data to help assist with the preparation and ongoing management of living with COVID-19, particularly as we progress towards a post-pandemic Australia and New Zealand. We asked the challengers to use the Confluent Cloud platform as part of their solution so that they could really set their data in motion. And we also provided access to the CRISPR data set in Confluent Cloud. We're very grateful to the Australian National University as they've collated and normalised COVID management data from across Australia. This includes up-to-date listings of all current COVID hotspots, amongst lots of other useful sets of information. At Confluent, we believe that setting data in motion is the key to addressing many critical real-world challenges that require real-time data. And this data we made available in Confluent Cloud for the challengers during the GovHack weekend. We had 13 fantastic entries to our challenge, and I really do want to thank you all for participating and the effort that you put in. We thoroughly enjoyed participating in the GovHack weekend, and we also enjoyed looking through and judging all 13 of those entries. So thank you very much. For the Confluent Challenge, the judges identified 2 honourable mentions. The honourable mentions are Team Profit with their challenge titled Real-Time Prediction Model for a Post-Epidemic Era based on Time Series, and the COVID Safe Data App by Team Risky Business. These challenges both used data in really interesting and different ways. And the judges really liked Team Risky Business's community and small business focus. So congratulations to both teams.
Congratulations, Team Profit, for their project real-time prediction model based on time series in a post-epidemic era, and project COVID Safe Data App by Team Risky Business. And for the runners-up, Jill?
The judges have identified 2 runners-up for the Confluent Challenge. The first runner-up is the Hotspots Near Me by Hello Post-Pandemic World team. The judges really liked the level of personalization that was available in this project to each of the users, and also that the app had an automatic notification system that we really enjoyed.
Congratulations to Team Hello Post-Pandemic World and their project Hotspots Near Me. Finding customized COVID info, which is relevant to a user, is difficult. Hotspots Near Me is a COVID website that assists users with the latest COVID information, including local cases, data visualization, vaccine updates, and more. Jill?
The second runner-up for this challenge is the Australia COVID Updates project by Team Project 1495. This team had a really great video that we enjoyed. They also brought together a number of different data sources and integrated them into a nice, simple to use map format for the end user. And that also contained accurate and real-time data for users of the application. So congratulations to Team 1495 and Hello Post-Pandemic World, and thank you.
Congratulations, Team 1495, for Australasia COVID Updates. To reopen the world after COVID-19, we have to innovate in the way we use vast amounts of information and technology. Australasia COVID Updates, Project 1495, is a website that offers timely information from verified sources, including COVID-19 testing and vaccination centres, and the number of COVID positive cases across New Zealand and Australia. And lastly, Jill, the winner of the challenge.
And finally, Confluent would like to congratulate the winner of the Living in a Post-Pandemic World Challenge. The winner is Project Lenny by Team Foursquare. Congratulations, Team Foursquare. The quality of this submission was immediately apparent to the judges. Had really high quality documentation. They had a fantastic video, and the application of real-time data was amazing. It was also, really importantly, an innovative idea where the team used banking and digital transactions in order for users to figure out if they had been in a hotspot. Of course, this was all done securely and at the user's choice. So we thought that was a really great way to deliver a slightly different solution for tracking and tracing. We really felt that Team Foursquare hit the brief on all fronts. And delivered a fantastic solution that we could see being useful in everyday life. So many congratulations, Team Foursquare, and thank you very much.
Congratulations, Team Foursquare and their project Lenny. As life goes back to normal, and normal means not scanning into COVID tracer apps, for people who have not been using the app, Lenny makes life easier by integrating user bank transactions with real-time stream of COVID exposure locations. Users can then check whether any of their transactions match the time and place of the exposure location and export the locations to the Ministry of Health.
The team at Confluent would really like to thank all of the participants for the time and energy they put into delivering the fantastic project submissions. We'd also like to thank the GovHack team and volunteers for welcoming and supporting us, and we really appreciate all the hard work that goes into organising an event like this. At Confluent, we believe that setting data in motion is the key to addressing many critical real-world challenges that require real-time data, which is why Confluent participated in GovHack and supports initiatives such as these, and we'll continue to drive the mission to set the world's data in motion. Thank you again, and congratulations to all of the winners. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jill, and thank you again to Confluent for this challenge, for your support of GovHack, and for the announcement of the winners. The last challenge for GovHack 2021 is sponsored by Infosys and is titled Hack for a Circular Economy. Infosys asked the following: building a circular economy in our communities across Australia and New Zealand is essential to make our cities and regions more sustainable, and digital technology will play an important role along this journey. In order to build a more sustainable community, how might we redesign, rethink, repair, and repurpose spaces, places, materials, and digital infrastructure, systems, and policies within cities in order to progress social, natural, and economic development? To announce the winner of this challenge, we will again hear from Andrew Groth, Executive Vice President of Infosys and Regional Head of Australia and New Zealand.
Greetings all from Infosys. My name is Andrew Groth, and I lead the Infosys business across the Australia and New Zealand region. We're a global leader in next generation digital services and consulting, and we work with clients right around the world to help them in their digital transformation journey. Here in Australia and New Zealand, we have over 5,500 people helping some of the largest businesses and government organisations across our countries work with their digital transformations. I'm really proud. This is the 4th year that Infosys is the lead international sponsor for GovHack. And this year we had 3 challenges that were presented to participants. I'm delighted to announce the winners of our international challenge, the Hack for a Circular Economy. And just before I announce the winners, I'd like to acknowledge and thank all the teams that entered this challenge. We had some really strong competition. There were 14 teams that entered, and you all did a wonderful job. So congratulations and thank you to all. Honourable mentions for the International Challenge. First honourable mention, digital regenerative farming. Second,
Congratulations.
honourable mention,
Oh, sorry.
Project CE. Third honourable mention, Project Clover. Second honourable mention, Project CE.
Congratulations, Team 166 and their project Digital Regenerative Farming, Project CE by Team CE, and Project Clover by Team GSG GovHackers 2.0. We hope we've fixed the ghost in the machine, and we'll head back to Andrew to hear about the runners-up.
And the runners-up for the International Challenge this year, Project Energec.
Congratulations, Project Energetic by Team Energetic. Energetic is a revolutionary app in the energy sector that brings in gamification and rewards-based systems to reduce users' electricity bills, which ultimately contribute to saving the Earth from global warming.
And the second runner-up, Project Smart Water Meter.
Congratulations, Team Stract, for their project Smart Water Meter. In an effort to decrease the overall usage of water, Smart Water Meter allows citizens to view their own water usage data, predicts water bills based on water prices in the user's local area and provider, and even provides suggestions that might improve overall water usage. And now over to Andrew to tell us who the winner is of this challenge, the final winner of the evening.
And finally, the winner of the Infosys International Challenge 2021, Project Circles. Big congratulations to the winning team, Team BC. Wonderful effort. Congratulations on being selected as the winners of the International Challenge. All the best to Team BC, all the best to all participants, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Congratulations to Team BC for their project Circles. Building a circular economy of make, use, reuse, repeat in our communities across Australia and New Zealand is essential to make our cities and regions more sustainable. Circles is a mobile app that uses digital technology and open data to suggest locations for new community circles and act as a hub for existing initiatives. Thank you once again, Andrew and Infosys, for your great support of GovHack 2021. Before the closing speeches, comments, and finding out the dates for next year, we'll have one last round of trivia, Olivia.
Thanks, David. Don't forget that for every correct answer that you submit, you'll go into the draw to win one of 50 gift cards. Winners will be selected and notified by social media and by email. Our final trivia question for this evening, question H, is which country consumes the most chocolate per year?
Ooh, that's a good one. I have spent a fair bit of time in Belgium, and I know the reason why I spent a lot of time there is basically beer and chocolate. So that may well be maybe up there, I suspect.
It may well be.
So get your answers in, Livia, for the triv.
Yep, that's exactly right. So we're going to be posting the answers to all of the questions on social media tomorrow. So anyone watching, make sure you're following us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter with the GovHack hashtag. Give us a shout out and make sure you're following to see the answers and who wins.
Thanks so much for joining us this evening, Livia. It's been a pleasure to share the screen with you, and maybe next year we'll get to share the stage together. And thank you for everybody who's participated in the trivia challenge as well, and everybody who has presented winners from the challenges from GovHack, sponsors. I will now hand over to Jason Viegel, the operations lead for GovHack and the chair of GovHack Australia Limited.
Thank you very much, David, for the great presentation that you've done this evening, for running us through all the different projects and the awards this evening, and also a great thanks to Olivia for all the great trivia questions that we've seen this evening, as well as the ones in previous award ceremonies over the last week. As David mentioned, I am Jason Weigel, the operations lead of GovHack for this year, for 2021, and I am the chair of GovHack Australia Limited. I would like to pay my respects to the Yagara people and the Turrbal people, the traditional custodians of the land where I'm streaming from. I acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands from where all of you are watching, and the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples participating in GovHack. I pay my respects to elders past and present, and celebrate the diversity of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples and their ongoing cultures and connections to the lands and waters of Australia. Before tonight and over the last week, we've come together across Australia and New Zealand to celebrate the outcomes and successes of the participants in this year's GovHack event. As David said earlier this evening, GovHack is not just a hackathon, it is a festival of ideas, where participants from across Australia and New Zealand come together to develop ideas and proof of concepts that make our communities better places. We work throughout the year to prepare for this festival of ideas so that we can show everyone the value of open government data, what it has, and to society as a whole. We provide a place and a platform where people can come together to meet, share skills and talents, and learn from one another while responding to issues that government and society is facing. This year, we put together 4 overarching major themes: energy and infrastructure, agriculture and the environment, our digital future, and health and well-being. Each of these themes and their range of sub-themes are areas of interest that we as a society are facing, and our Commonwealth Government has a strategic focus on. It has been great to witness so many challenges offered by our sponsors this year, and the resulting projects, some of which we've seen this evening responding to these themes. By putting together so many people with different skills, backgrounds and experiences, some of the outcomes of this festival idea will hopefully go on to be solutions to issues brought forward in the challenges to the competition. I encourage all of you that submitted projects this year to consider the ways in which you could take your projects to the next level, to not just be a proof of concept developed in 46 hours, but on to be a fully fledged prototype, a minimum viable product, a release product, and the next big thing. I encourage government, corporate, and teams to open a dialogue on what is needed to make these outcomes happen. I would also strongly encourage participants to take the skills and talents that they have learned and built upon during the competition to produce some of the new, to take these skills and produce something new and keep building on these skills and talents. Don't just let the event be a weekend. Let it grow to be more than that. GovHack wouldn't be possible without the huge effort to all our volunteers and supporters. I would like to thank as many people that we have that make GovHack 2021 possible. GovHack is primarily a volunteer-led initiative that people contribute their evenings, weekends, and maybe even some of their work time to for this. These people are now appearing on screen are but a small part of our extensive list of volunteers that support us throughout the year. The GovHack volunteers provide their time not just during the competition weekend, but in the extensive planning that happens throughout the year and the lead up to the event and following the event. Many of the volunteers that are appearing now on the screen are the behind the scenes folk that make GovHack happen, but only a few you get to see working in action. So I'll just go through a few more of these while they're coming up. And a massive thank you to each and every one of these people. On behalf of myself from GovHack Australia Limited board and my colleague Mike Price from the GovHack Aotearoa New Zealand board, thank you to our volunteers, supporters, sponsors and contributors that make this competition what it is each and every year. Thank you very much, everyone. This year, over 1,000 people came together in person and online as participants, volunteers and sponsors and mentors to produce 155 projects by the afternoon of Sunday the 22nd of August. This is in line with participation that we saw last year during the first hybrid GovHack in response to COVID-19. Before the competition, we hope to see larger participation from physical events around Australia and New Zealand. However, as a result of the COVID-19 Delta variant, these physical events were not able to go ahead for the health and safety of our entire GovHack community and the wider community. Nevertheless, the events that were able to transition to a digital delivery method so that we were still able to come together in this online format. Before closing out this evening and revealing the dates for next year, I would like to also extend my thanks to our sponsors and to highlight a few of these. This year we saw 46 sponsors and partners across Australia and New Zealand. Thank you very much to each and every one of you for supporting GovHack and making it able to be a free event for all to attend. Your help contributes to making this event accessible to a wider audience. For each year, we are astonished by the efforts contributed by our sponsors, not just in the challenges and the judging, but the creativity of their videos, blogs, the food vouchers, their media insights, and their continued support. We are indeed privileged to have such enthusiastic sponsors. We would have seen as we transitioned into this online delivery method, we had the sponsors producing these videos announcements. Normally, we normally have David read out all the announcements for us, but this year we got to have the sponsors able to do this, and they were able to share their thoughts and insights onto the projects as well that they were judging. Each year we work with many different organisations from around the country, including local councils, state and territory departments, national agencies, and small and large corporate entities. Through their support, we have many interesting challenges to explore and innovate using open data and technology that they provide. As part of the International Red Carpet Awards, this year delivered digitally, we not only celebrate the great projects that have been developed by the competition weekend, but we also want to celebrate the government agencies and corporate entities that we work with to support participants in creating these projects. For this, we have the Best Government Participation Awards for each tier of government and the Best Non-Government Participation Awards. Starting with the local council level, the Best Government Participation Local Government. For this, we'll start with a runner-up. The runner-up of this goes to the Wanganui District Council. The council provided great support to GovHack Aotearoa New Zealand team, along with establishing networks and bringing the Wanganui District Library as a first-time venue host. For the winner of this award, we would like to award this to the Moreton Bay Regional Council. Moreton Bay Regional Council is a new supporter of GovHack this year. Over the competition weekend, we saw their mentors available constantly throughout, providing support to participants. The mentors went above and beyond expectation, including during the later hours after the Moreton Bay event transitioned to digital only at the last minute. Thank you very much to the Wanganui District Council and the Moreton Bay Regional Council for your support this year. Moving on to the state and territory government level, the best government participation state and territory government this year goes to the New South Wales Department of Planning, Industry and Environment. They came to us early this year as premier sponsors of New South Wales, providing an incredible number of challenges for participants across both New South Wales and indeed all across Australia. Considering how they considered how interstate talent could address and respond to their challenges by opening it up to participants from across the country and increasing participation. Thank you very much to DPI. For the best government participation Commonwealth government, one of our we would like to thank our national agencies that supported us this year. This year we have a runner-up, and this goes to the Australian Bureau of Statistics. Returning this year, after a short hiatus, we saw mentors from the ABS available throughout the weekend, providing support to mentors across many different challenges as teams explored the wide range of data available from the ABS. The winner of this is the Department of Education, Skills and Employment. This year, DESI put forward a great challenge with excellent associated data for participants to work with. They received a lot of attention and the DESI mentors were super responsive throughout the weekend. Thank you very much to the ABS and to DESI. Lastly, this year we would like to present a Best Non-Government Participation Award. This is the non-government entity that went above and beyond their participation and support of participants. This year we have dual winners for this, one for Australia and one for New Zealand. For Australia, the award goes to the partnership of Telstra and Microsoft. We saw 17 mentors from Telstra and Microsoft providing support to participants both online and in person throughout the weekend. Thank you for the great effort across the board. I would also like to extend a special mention to Michelle Howie, who is an excellent and passionate driver for GovHack and providing above the bar mentoring on behalf of Telstra. For New Zealand, the winner is Proaxium. Proaxium is not only provided financial support, but also provided physical venues and equipment where needed, and mentors, business support and guidance from their staff members too. Without their support of Proaxium in the past 3 years, GovHack Aotearoa New Zealand would not have been able to take place. Thank you very much to our sponsors, partners that helped make GovHack what it is each and every year and ensures that people are able to participate free each and every year. Now to the dates that you have all been waiting for. GovHack 2022 will take place on the weekend of the 19th, 20th and 21st of August 2022. Thank you very much to everyone that's participated, and we look forward to seeing you next year at the competition and very much hopefully in person. But we will also be continuing to maintain our online presence for those that aren't near one of our main competition locations. Thank you to everyone that's participated in GovHack 2021 for whether you're a participant, a sponsor, a mentor, or just an observer. Thank you very much. See you next year. Back over to David.
Thank you, Jason. So mark that in your calendar, folks. Next year, GovHack will be taking place 19th to the 21st of August, and let's hope we're all in the rooms together while we do it. Can I just also say a huge thank you to Jason, who obviously gives an enormous amount of time as chair of GovHack Australia, but should be noted tonight has done an outstanding job producing this entire stream, single-handedly wrangled myself and Livia and got us at the right cues at the right point with not a glitch in sight. So thank you, Jason, for everything you're doing for GovHack at all sorts of levels. It's really very much appreciated. For the closing, we will head back to Elle Archer, Managing Director of Community Smart Development in New Zealand. Over to you, Elle.
Kia ora anō tātou katoa. And that is us for the evening. Let's wrap it up, tie it with a bow and return to sender. To all the winners, you are fantastic. And your achievement is our achievement. Congratulations once again. To all participants, we need you to continue to contribute. It takes a village to shape society's future. You are important and we treasure your talents, thought leadership and creations. Nō reira, noho ake me te aroha, farewell, we leave you with our affection. E te iwi me te aki tātou ia tātou. Remember to look after each other. He waka eke noa, for we are all in this together. We will see you in 2022. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā koutou katoa. Kia ora.
Thank you, Elle, for those beautiful and enthusiastic words. We really appreciate it. Congratulations to all teams who received honourable mentions and awards placements. Thank you to everyone who's joined us here tonight to help celebrate the success of GovHack 2021. And on a personal note from me, David Bartlett, thank you to the GovHack organisation who continue to invite me back to celebrate with you the great achievements of this organisation, the volunteers, the sponsors and the participants. As someone who spent 10 years in government trying to change things from the inside, and sometimes, you know, I look on government and wonder, you know, where are we going? Where are the new ideas coming from? Where's the innovation coming from? And every year I come to GovHack and get re-inspired and feel great optimism about the incredible work that you're doing and the great ideas that we have seen tonight, and no doubt we'll see in subsequent years. It always gives me a sense of optimism. So thank you very much for having me to host the 2021 GovHack Red Carpet Awards. From me, David Bartlett. And a huge thank you to Olivia, of course, for sharing the screen with me tonight. It's been a great pleasure working with you, Olivia. Thank you. But from me, David Bartlett, from the GovHack Red Carpet Awards 2021, it's over and out. Over to you.